the month of the year which has the most game releases. Seriously, there are over 40 games releasing this month. I've grabbed 9 of them to show you today, which include 2 free-to-play games, so hopefully something for everyone. As always, let me know if you'd like some gameplay or a deeper breakdown of any of these games, so if you're ready, let's do this! Let's start with Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Ubisoft have gone back to that Tom Clancy well to evolve the Ghost Recon Wildlands game from a few years ago, a tactical military shooter set in third person in a huge sprawling open world. We fill the boots of Lieutenant Colonel Nomad Perryman, a special forces badass, sent behind enemy lines to investigate a series of disturbances involving some shady tech companies on the fictional island of Aroa. A quick note that Breakpoint will require an online connection. There have been many petitions to stop this, but on release date at least, the internet connection will be needed to play. Speaking of post-launch, AI squad mates are returning. If you don't want to go in alone, but dislike real human players, Ubisoft have confirmed squad mates controlled by AI will have your back. Breakpoint will use a new damage system which affects motion. Receiving a bullet to the leg can change your ability to put weight on that limb, thus slowing you down. The way grenades and flashbangs impact the player also takes this new system into account, drastically impacting movement, visuals and sound cues. So at this point, Breakpoint feels like the evolution of Wildlands, but here's a massive change: weapon stats, levels and tiers. Ghost Recon is now a loot-driven shooter. Think of it like a cut-down version of The Division, in the same way Assassin's Creed became a loot-based RPG. Ghost Recon is going down the same route. This could be great, or this could be stressful when your submachine gun isn't high enough level to damage the enemy's face from 1 foot away. We'll see on October 4th on PS4, Xbox One and PC, and later in the year for the Stadia too. Next, let's look at Shadowkeep, a paid expansion for Destiny 2. But get this, Destiny is also going free to play, with the new light update releasing on the very same day, October the 1st. So how can the game be free and cost money too? So yeah, let's break that down. Firstly, you know Destiny, right? One of the greatest feeling first-person shooters ever made, with raids that challenge you and 5 other friends, and the ever-growing loot chase around the galaxy. The free version of the game will come with everything released for Destiny 2 in the first year. On top of that, you'll be able to patrol the new moon destination, complete opening missions in the paid expansion, and of course you'll get the PvP updates, access to Year 2 engram drops, and all the base changes to the game since its release. Basically, you can play Destiny 2 casually, but Bungie want to tease you into paying for the expansion, the real Shadowkeep experience. So what's behind the paywall? Of course, there's the full campaign and quest lines attached to Shadowkeep, a new dungeon and raid and access to the seasonal events and rewards, kind of like a battle pass in other games. Without a doubt, the messaging around Destiny 2 and the free-to-play model versus the paid model is a mess, if I'm honest. But at the core, the game is stellar. So if your friends are hardcore Destiny players, you'll be able to jump in for free and see what all the fuss is about. And yes, going back to the moon is a big deal for OG players. Eris Morn has a great deal to answer for. Cross save is here in Destiny 2, allowing us to jump between platforms, and the new reworked armor system drops alongside the new content. New Light and Shadowkeep release on October the 1st on PS4, Xbox and PC. On October the 9th, keep an eye out for Concrete Genie, which releases on PS4 with PSVR extras. We play as Ash, a child who has been bullied, but suddenly discovers he can bring his pictures and paintings to life. As you can already tell, this is something completely different, a game without gun violence, and a game with a touch of unique fantasy. Living in a small fishing town which is polluted and in ruin, our job is to cleanse the streets with art, which so happens to come alive. Using a PS4 controller and the motion sensor inside, we'll paint creatures whilst being pursued by those bullies we mentioned. There are some tense moments to survive as Ash explores his new powers, but ultimately this is a hugely uplifting experience. The addition of PSVR gives players a new way to paint and create art using the standard controller or the Move controllers, and this is all linked to a separate quest just for this mode, where we help a genie named Splotch. When we complete this, we will have access to the free paint mode and create anything we can imagine. Concrete Genie releases on October the 9th and is a PS4 exclusive, and the virtual reality stuff is not required, it's an optional extra, completely free. Call of Duty Modern Warfare returns this month, a first-person shooter aimed at recapturing the old days of the COD series. Modern Warfare is a soft reboot of the franchise, putting us back in the field with legendary SAS captain Price. More info on the solo campaign is due out this week, and judging by Price's images, this will set up his legacy, predating the previous games, if indeed they choose to link both versions of the game. The multiplayer aspect of Modern Warfare feels great, ultra responsive and easy to play. No more flying around in an exoskeleton armor suit, no more trying to be Titanfall basically. Our boots are back on the ground and Call of Duty gets back to doing what it's bloody good at. Also keep an eye out for the new mode, Special Ops, to be announced soon. All we know at this point is the tagline, intense squad-based missions will be revealed soon. Sounds good. If you're on the fence, try to jump in on one of the open betas going on at the moment to help you make a decision. On October 25th, Modern Warfare returns on PS4, PC and Xbox One. It's the time of year when the latest WWE offering hits the shelves. WWE 2K20 continues the evolution of wrestling video games and is more cinematic than ever before. It feels like you are watching the real show. Whether you're here to beat the crap out of Roman Reigns, or maybe you want to see Becky Lynch rise to the top of the roster, WWE 2K20 has you covered. Every match you can imagine is included. Hell in a Cell, yeah, TLC, of course, ladders matches, thong versus thong matches. Okay, I made one of those up, but you get the idea. In terms of updates, the controls have been streamlined and the My Career mode has both male and female superstars. And the main showcase of the year is the Women's Revolution, chronicling the journey of the 4 horsewomen. I'm quite into this year, so I'm gonna cut a promo now. All-time gaming, I see you over there, you set of punks. I challenge you, you egg-sucking gutter trash, to a winner-takes-all TLC match for the title of Most Mediocre Gaming Channel on YouTube. I wait for your response. Okay, don't worry, they won't reply, but the championship is already mine. WWE 2K20 drop kicks into your life on October the 22nd on PS4, Xbox One and PC. Are you a fan of Fallout games? Were you a little upset by how, well, horrible Fallout 76 was on release? Yeah, me too. Well, there's a franchise you should consider, The Outer Worlds, created by Obsidian Entertainment, the same people who created one of the greatest Fallout games, New Vegas. A first-person role-playing game with science fiction at its heart. After waking from cryosleep, we unlock a spaceship, which acts as our fast travel vessel. Oh, and by the way, this game is set in an alternative reality to our own, in which 1901 is the point of divergence, creating a world which is run by mega corporations and has ventured into space to colonize and terraform other planets. Each planet will be completely different, from technical marvels to run-down huts and villages. There is tons to explore and everyone you meet is voiced, and a huge number of those are fully interactable with voice acting, which so far seems to be a high standard. As a Fallout fan, I'm hyped to see a real alternative to that series. The Outer World releases on October 25th on PS4, Xbox One and PC, and there will be a Switch version coming in the later days. And just in case you're wondering, this is a single-player only campaign. Another racing game hits this month. Grid is back, and it's a reboot to the series. Racing games are notoriously difficult to stand apart from one another because of the behemoths, you know, the Forzas, the Gran Turismos of the world. Grid is going down the path of having multiple routes to the finish line. And get this, the Nemesis system, in which one or more of the drivers will dislike you and act more aggressive when your vehicle is around. This creates a personalised feeling running through the entire season. Grid releases on October 11th on PS4, Xbox One and PC. Another retro game making a comeback is Super Monkey Ball Blitz HD. If you're new to this series, you play as a monkey stuck in a rubberized ball, destined to find all his bananas before escaping the level. Rinse and repeat 100 times, and you have Super Monkey Ball. October 29th, if you're interested, on PS4, Xbox One and Switch, with the Steam version coming later in the year. Other releases this month include Luigi's Mansion for you Switch mains out there wanting to hunt down ghosts at Halloween. PC gamers, you should consider Wick Hex Hex, which is a strategy assassin game. Sounds interesting, doesn't it? And here on PlayStation, the remaster of a classic is about to drop. Medieval. It's true, the OG action-adventure hack-and-slash-a-thon is back 21 years after the original. Is there a place for this in modern gaming, or will you admire this from a distance? I personally hope it does really well because of the nostalgia. I mean, who doesn't want to play as a reanimated corpse who takes on an evil sorcerer trying to take over the world? October 25th for this one. So there we have it, 9 games for the month of October 2019. A quick note that Caravan Stories, the free-to-play game I told you about a few months ago, is now finally available, but only in North America. So sorry if you're an EU gamer like me. Caravan Stories is a Japanese RPG. Well, it's more like an MMO crossed with a pseudo turn-based RPG. I haven't looked into the microtransactions, so please be wary of that if you choose to play for free. So, what the heck are you grabbing this month? I personally can't wait for Ghost Recon Breakpoint, but what about you? I'm Adam from PlayStation Grenade. Get in touch with me on Twitter if I've missed anything. I'm always open for improvement. Thanks for your time. I'll see you soon.